mouth all.
I'm fucking with you.
Hey, watch the mouth. Watch it.
Come on, man. Just watch me. Watch and listen.
The smoke lingered and had an eerie effect. He spoke slow and choked out what I suppose was a message. I couldn't hear him over the cheers of his enemies. An hour later he was dead. It's a hard fall come destiny. Long roads lead to homes that are worth going to. And claustrophobic, I'm just open, so being enclosed in a coffin just won't do. If I go like that, well, I ain't going like that. I won't live without regrets. I'll live to reminisce and accept them. I'll never forget the time I spent ruining myself, because my ruins have become a gravesite where I buried the things I shouldn't have kept. Every step I stepped with full force, I attempted as you leapt through the floorboards, but the tempest left me breathless. I gasped and you were gone. With the wind that paints with colors that are mixed with poisonous resin. Sorry, Pocahontas, Disney's dreams have recently descended. Now the mission is to convince children to relate dark skin with villains. The persuasion so complete, we can't compete, just concede. We know who the victim is. Inertia maintains continuance as we remain under the influence, not retaining the ancient wisdom we were given. What remains is a failing system of celestial clockwork. 11th hour marked by the words of a martyr. He said, let's burn, burn Babylon, its reign is over. Get away from the decimation so we can get a little closer to what's real. Start to feel again, reveal the need to kill enemies is really the need for a friend. The smoke cleared. I looked into the man's eyes, his cataracts reflected back the terror in my own mind. It's all here, but disappears when we try to take it. We try to fabricate it, but we don't have the capacity to imitate the sacred. We can't replace it, like a kid who takes his dad's most coveted something, breaks it and awaits its destruction, trying to swap out a one-of-a-kind for a forgery of the glory he supposedly seeks. As soon as he knows, he freaks, as if just then he was exposed as weak. He croaks the notes that chills bone marrow. Dethroned pharaoh chokes the sparrow, strangling death with an ironic elegance. If he's dead, who's left to tend to the records? I guess we're free now. Looks like we're already celebrating. You can sleep and dream or use your imagination to get out. Roam free in greener pastures. Seek to get what you're after. Bleed if you have to. It's not a matter of facts. The fact of the matter is get there and share the laughter. The hereafter is there if you're after it. But the here and now is more profound than any life you're imagining. Ain't trying to save the world from evil. I'm trying to save people from people. The mouth that feeds forces the hand. That's the role of supply and demand. And the caption reads, sequel. I'm scared for myself, unaware of where I'm going, but I know I'm living in hell. I stare as the clouds unfolding, film strangled by the guilt like everyone else. It's a tragic hell, but soon who's to tell? It's best not to dwell. Is it best not to dwell? Should we not even think about it? Should I just glance as you pass, even though inside I'm shouting, wake up! Our lives are in danger. Heed the screams of the stranger to redeem the dreams of the saviors, the needs of your neighbor. How to refrain from strangling them, but we wear gloves and makeup and make sure there's several layers between the pen and the paper, so it's okay when we slip up. Limit liability can handcuff our ankles if we can contangle them, strain to contain a meaning in a casing so thin, reiterating every saying of every sage you've ever listened, but words on paper won't save you, so cultivate the pot you're pissing in. Quit trying to capture the sun. I've tried. It's totally illogical. I was burnt when I touched it. Now I'm slowly consumed by the firestorm, swallowed into the womb to be reborn, sent to warn the children in the corn, the currents of bird and move on. We deserve more. Let's earn the rights to the sun. Construct gloves out of palladium, titanium. Replace the energy that's draining you. Grip the magma. Lay claim to our kingdom. It's ours now. Every inch of space. Every race of every nation. Every thought, action, dream, and contemplation. Every calculation is calculated by laymen who give their lives for something they'll never see payment for. Our world rests on the back of a laboring workforce, born and bred to endure, but can't afford any more than what they're already paying for. Yet we insist that they persist, pulling our chariots into the dawn. But if they quit, will we have the means to move on, or will our wax wings melt in the light of God? Will our basket of eggs hatch just as it crashes into the floor? Or will the ones that flew over the cuckoo's nest transcend and learn to soar? That sounds fucking dope!